I want you to imagine your cat, your dog, whatever animal that you own. This is Dennis, my new little kitten. I want you to imagine spitting on your animal. If you love an animal, would you ever spit on them? Like, realistically, what do you have to gain by spitting on an animal, huh? A cute little animal like this? You have nothing to gain by physically hitting an animal, by spitting on an animal, for jumping on you, or for licking your face. I'm not sure how many of you guys have heard of Brooke Houts. She's a YouTuber who makes random videos with her dog, a Doberman, and apparently she uploaded a video on her channel last week hitting her animal, but not just hitting her animal, spitting on her animal, and it's repulsive. And let me tell you why. But before we begin any further in this video, special thanks to Vikings War of Clans for sponsoring this video. Do you remember those old RTS games from the 90s and early 2000s? Well, this game may give you some nostalgia. Vikings has some awesome HD 3D graphics, and the best part of all is that you get to choose your own play style in the game. Build an indestructible fortress or gather your friends, discover mythical worlds, and research an advanced technologies. Expand your empire so large, achieve fame, glory, but most of all, conquer other enemies and take no prisoners. This game reminds me a lot of Age of Empires back in the day. The game is absolutely free, and by downloading this game, you help support the channel and me continuing to make videos, considering that almost everything I make is demonetized. Click the links down below in the description box, and upon sign up, you'll get 200 free gold coins, along with a protective shield for your city. What you're about to watch may upset you. So that's just one clip, but you clearly see her dog jump up because your dog is excited to be around you. Your dog loves you, so your dog jumps up. Now, when you're trying to teach a dog not to jump on people, one of the training methods, at least with me, is I push the dog down like this, and I say down, very firmly, down, 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 and as if they stay down, then I give them a doggy treat. The same goes for reinforcing the idea when you're trying to potty train an animal, at least a dog, that when they go potty outside, you give them a doggy treat. So you reinforce this idea that if they don't do a certain act or behavior, you will reward them. And trust me, it's been proven scientifically that this works with dogs very easy. It is not difficult to train a dog not to jump. So if jumping is your main concern of an animal, grabbing your fist and like hitting it in the side of the head when it jumps on you really is abusive towards your animals, 100%. There's no reason to clutch your hand in a fist. If you want to not, like, pat him on the nose or something like that, that's completely different. But, like, hitting him on the side of the head with your fist, and then you run off camera when the dog goes down, she runs off camera, and for, like, 20, 30 seconds, she's knowingly pursuing the dog that's running away from her because she hit it in the head, and you just hear grunting, and you know for a fact that she's still hitting the dog off camera, which is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. How this person still has subscribers is beyond me, and how anybody can still support this individual after the fact that she uploaded this video unedited by accident on her channel, which, thank you, Brooke, for doing this accidental mistake, because now people know you for who you really are, and that is a physical abuser of animals.
Well, as you can tell, stop!
Now, see, that's the part that really confuses me. So you push an animal down, and then you go, no, he flinched. And the thing is, in this particular part of the video, you can keep watching the clip over and over and over to see that she does, she spits on her dog's head. She spits on her animal. I've never seen anybody spit on an animal unless they really honestly view their animal as nothing more of a click for views, a tool that they can use to get people to watch their video, to think that they're a loving spokesperson of animals, when the reality is that off camera, they're actually deplorable with their animals and they treat them like absolute garbage. This is unacceptable. Brooke Houts needs to be canceled. And I know a lot of people are like, I hate cancel culture. But you know what? There's a time when cancel culture, such as this, is justifiable. There's no justification for spitting on a dog. But you know what's great? Is her fake apology. Her, Twitter apology. And let me tell you something about Twitter apologies. You want to apologize for something? You want to make amends? Make a video about it. Okay? Because text posts are absolute garbage for apologies. We should know that by now on YouTube. So when these big celebrities make apologies on their Twitter saying blah blah blah, blah I'm so sorry, blah 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 blah, they don't mean anything, okay? Even video apologies are pretty bad, most of them. But at least with videos, you can really get to see the raw emotion and the cover-up that people try to hide behind a facade on a camera. A lot of people do that.
We love you. We love you, or whatever. We love you. We love you.
Let me tell you something about, oh, there you go. Let me tell you something about cats and dogs and animals overall. Elephants and the majority of all animals overall, okay? All a dog wants is to be loved, okay? That's it. A dog just wants to be loved, and that dog and that cat will love you unconditionally until the day that they pass away. That's all a dog wants. Dogs are simple. Animals are simple. You feed them, you love them, and they love you unconditionally no matter what situation you go through, no matter what breakup you go through, no matter what pain and trauma that you go through in your life. Animals are your best friend. And it's really clear from this video that your dog's never been trained properly, much less you don't know how to train your dog properly. Like, why would you even get a dog if you're only got a dog just so you can hit it constantly and force it up on a camera? Like, this is like those YouTubers who exploit their small kiddos on YouTube for views and things like that. Like, they shove a camera in a child's face all of the time with when the kid doesn't even want to be filmed. But you know what? That's what they do because it's a family channel, and let's not care about how our kids feel or react. Let's just force a camera in their face non-stop, 24/7, and post it online for everybody to see, because everybody loves kids, everybody loves animals, everybody loves these types of things, right? You as a consumer and the people watching my video have to be able to differentiate between disciplining an animal versus abusing an animal. I, for one, have a vibration collar. Note here, vibration. It's not a shock collar, it's a vibration collar that when my dog barks, because I've had complaints that my dog barks a lot. And the vibration collar, for me anyway, works really, really well. Or you can even get that collar that has a little beep sound, and that also works too. There's so many different ways to discipline an animal. To everyone who's been commenting on my social media as of recently, anything I say isn't going to make those who believe I'm a bad person stop believing that, and I'm aware of this. I apologize to anyone who's ever been affected negatively by the footage. Well, for one, it didn't really affect us negatively, it affected your dog negatively. First off, I want to address the uncut footage on the day in particular that the video was filmed, and actually this past week, things that in my outside life have been less than exceptional. Number one, I don't care if your things outside your life have not been very good. That doesn't justify hitting a dog with your fist on the side of your head and spitting on it. How does your outside life activities justify that? It doesn't. That's like somebody coming home and they've had a bad day at work and the man or woman starts beating their significant other physically. Oh, I had a bad day, so let me just take it out on my wife or husband. Yeah, that's a bad excuse. I'm not going to play the, quote, victim card or anything of that sort, but I do want to point out that I'm rarely as upset as what was shown in the footage. The bubbly, happy-go-lucky Brooke that you often see in my videos is typically an accurate representation of me, but it's obvious that I'm playing up my mood in this video when I'm clearly frustrated. So here's the thing. If you're clearly frustrated with your animal, and you probably feel like you're going to act out in a way you probably shouldn't, the best thing to do is just stop what you're doing, stop filming, and just take a breather, take a breath, go calm down. not continue to force something where you're frustrated and you have no self-control to not hit an animal. That being said, this does not justify me yelling at my dog in the way that I did. I'm fully aware of that. Should I have gotten as angry as I did in the video? No. Should I have raised my voice and yelled at him? No. However, when my 75-pound, I have a 55-pound dog, Doberman is jumping up in my face with his mouth open, I do, as a dog parent, have to show him that his behavior is unacceptable. Look, dum-dum. There's ways to show behavior is unacceptable in an animal without physically punching them in the side of the head and spitting on them. Like, what do you even accomplish by spitting on an animal? What does that teach? If anything, you're gonna spit on the floor and your dog's gonna lick it up because that's what a dog does. I want to clarify that I am not a dog abuser or an animal abuser in any way, shape, or form. Anyone who has witnessed or heard true animal abuse will be able... Okay, stop right there. Anyone who's ever witnessed true animal abuse... Okay, this is called the no true Scotsman fallacy. I don't know if how many people are aware of fallacies or illogical fallacies, but she just committed this. Basically saying, it's not true animal abuse. Okay, it's not true animal. You're not a true this, that's not a real situation to be concerned by. Trying to lessen the fact that what she did is wrong by saying that it's not like real abuse of animals. Logically, it doesn't follow and it breaks apart. Don't try to focus on other real-life instances of animal abuse just to take away from your own. That's what you're doing here. It doesn't work. That's not a very effective, vindictive, or manipulative way to run away from the problem. My dog, in no way, shape, or form, was hurt by any action that I displayed in this video. How do you know that? See, that's the thing. That's the sad thing about animals. Animals can endure so much abuse, and yet all they still want is love from their master, their trainee, the person who they're closest to. That's all they still want. Animals have been known to, when their owner passes away, to go to their gravesite and just sit there and weep. Sometimes I wonder if we, the humans, aren't human at all. If animals are truly the superior class of humanity and unconditional love. I know people are going to say, you don't know how he really feels, and that is true, but if he was audibly and physically in pain, it would be a different story. I also did not spit on my dog, but I understand how it could look like I did. Did I get in his face and take unnecessary actions towards him? Yes, I did, and that was not the way I should have handled the situation. Did I spit on my dog? No. At this point, that's a flat-out lie. Everybody's seen the video, like, it's clear an indication that you actually spit. Who makes that sound? And you literally made this... do you have, like, Tourette's syndrome or something to where you randomly make... just like random, like, phlegm type of spitting actions? Is that your excuse? My family and I are in the process of getting him training. The training that I have been looking for is very expensive, in caps. Nobody cares if it's very expensive, okay? It's not that hard to train a dog. It really is not. Because I have to be one-on-one with the trainer. Ever since he was attacked at the dog park, he isn't okay being around other dogs. He sticks to me like a Velcro if he is in the presence of another dog, even if it's a little chihuahua. I can't see him getting what he needs from a group training environment. That being said, I know personally I can learn more effective techniques to get out of his energy and keep him disciplined as well. Yeah, you better. You really better learn different techniques, because at this rate, your dog should be taken away from you, in my opinion. Anyone who knows me personally knows that I have immense love for animals, including my own. I would never do anything purposely, physically, or mentally harm an animal. Again, I should not have yelled at him and not been physically aggressive as I was, and I'm fully aware of that. He was not hurt, nor has he ever been purposely hurt by me. I know I'll be in many future situations where he is being physical, but I will not respond this way again. Family or friends have spent any amount of time with Sphinx knows that we have a trusting, loving relationship. All he wants to do is be by my side, cuddle with me, and be around me, which I love. Clearly you don't appreciate that if you're willing to spit and hit your animal like you did. Okay, this is not a simple, like, tap on the nose or pushing your dog down. You just clubbed him with the side of your fist. That's not love. My love for him is exceptional and infinite, and I do everything in my day-to-day life to ensure that he is living as happily as he can. He'll live happier if he's away from you. About my Twitter. I deactivated my Twitter earlier on that day when I went to reopen it, blah, 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 for my own mental health and no other reasons besides that. I don't think it was necessary for me to see all these mean comments said to me about my actions. Blah, 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 we don't care, okay? Get off Twitter, get off social media, delete your YouTube channel. You'd be a much happier person if you do. Lastly, I don't want to make this statement seem like it's me defending myself. Oh, really? What else would you be possibly doing here? Besides that, that is not my goal. I do want to point out actually what happened, though. My intent by explaining the situation to give those who are rightfully angry with me an explanation that you deserve. I am getting my dog into training. I'm looking at ways to improve how I can personally train him at home. I'm sorry that you guys had to watch the footage and were upset by it, and I'm sorry to my dog for ever raising my voice and acting aggressively. In my heart and from my words of the people that spend the most time with me, I know that I'm a great dog mom, but not perfect, that I spoil blah blah blah, I don't even care anymore. You've put a nail in your own coffin by not only this horrendous apology of excuses. How about you make an apology letter saying, you know what, I did these things, I shouldn't have done it, so I'm going to give up my dog to somebody else who deserves a dog that will love them and be loved in return. Because clearly you lack that. And no one likes anyone who abuses physically an animal. Again, back to my original point. My cat Dennis, my dog Mara, my dog Haley, all they want is for my attention and love and affection. My dog Haley, she's somehow 15 years old, still alive, still cranking it. She's old and almost half blind. And yet she still has the energy to get up when I get up from this room and walk to the other room with me and just lays next to me every place that I go. Because animals love people unconditionally and they are loyal. They are loyal to the core of who they are. And that's why animals are wonderful creatures. Better than us. Better than humans. And hopefully one day, Brooke, you can learn that and appreciate the love that animals have for us. Thanks for watching this video. All my links are linked down below. Hi, little Mara. This is my new addition to my dog family. Look at you. Border Collie mixed with Lab. It's the absolute cutest little thing I think I've ever seen. Do you even know your name? You're named Mara. Mara Jade from Star Wars. Oh, you're the cutest little thing in the world. You're so cute. I just want to give her kisses all day long. No, look at that. Little white on her tail.